In today's Health Alerts, one of the largest medical groups in America has criticized the body mass index used to determine whether or not a person is at a healthy weight. The American Medical Association says the BMI measurement has been used for racist exclusion and has caused historic harm. For more on this, our chief health editor, Dr. Partha Nandi. And Dr. Nandi, can you, first of all, for those that may not know, just explain what BMI is and then how it could be causing racist exclusion?
Yeah, it's important to understand this, right? So BMI, Brian, or body mass index, is basically a ratio of weight to height. 4 categories: underweight, healthy weight, overweight, and obesity. So to determine which category someone falls into, their weight is divided by the square of the height in feet. And the main reason why it's been used to assess weight and potential health issues is because it's easy and inexpensive. Now, this all sounds harmless, so why did the American Medical Association, the AMA, use the term racist exclusion? So first of all, we all have different body shapes and composition, right? Not only do our bodies vary between men and women, young and old, but they also vary between different racial and ethnic groups. So herein lies a critical problem, because the BMI was based primarily on data collected from generations of white people. On top of that, evidence tells us that BMI is not accurate in predicting disease at an individual level. Studies have found that when it comes to developing diabetes, type 2 diabetes, for example, Asian, Hispanic, and Black people have an increased risk compared to Caucasians, even though their BMIs may be low.
Okay, so there's different kinds of weight, right? There's body fat, there's lean mass. So does BMI, can it tell the difference? And then also with this recommendation, are they recommending getting rid of BMI altogether?
And this is the crux of the problem, right? So BMI does not differentiate between fat and lean mass. So for example, 2 people can have the same BMI, but one of them could be overweight while the other has leaner body mass, meaning muscle and bone. Also, BMI does not take into account where the fat is accumulated. We now know that studies have shown that fat around the stomach may be more dangerous than fat in the leg or thighs. So just because your average weight doesn't mean you don't have health risks. Furthermore, people who fall into overweight or obese categories can struggle with insurance barriers, right? When requesting eating disorder treatment, BMI can lead to substandard treatment, especially due to the use of BMI by insurance companies to cover inpatient treatment. People with larger bodies have long struggled with insurance barriers or reimbursement when seeking treatment. So the AMA, or the American Medical Association, is not saying, hey, let's not use BMI anymore. Instead, they're encouraging doctors like myself to use BMI with other measures like waist circumference, skin folds, resting metabolic health, and to keep an eye on blood pressure, cholesterol levels, to really get a picture of the patient's health. I think it's long overdue. A lot of us knew you got a football player who's bulky and muscle bound and fairly healthy, and you got somebody who's overweight, may have the same BMI. So we got to address this.
Do you expect that most people in the medical community will start implementing that?
I think so. I think they'll take a look at this and say, what can we use along with BMI? Not throw it out, but what can we use with it to be able to assess health risk adequately.
Okay. All right. Dr. Nandi, grateful as always.
Hey, my pleasure.
Make sure you tune in this weekend for the Dr. Nandi Show. He's taking a look at forgiveness and sharing stories of those who have overcome pain and tragedy and learned to forgive, plus how their health improved along the way. That's this Saturday at 1 p.m. right here on 7.